We're now on full automatic in the hands of the computers.
Get off my back, my back, my back, my back, my back. Get off my back. Is insane. Oh man! Oh! Whole thing is insane. My back. Get off my back.
I have brought more evil upon you.
I can't help thinking somewhere in the universe there has to be something better than man.
Human beings behaving humanly. Brilliant.
Okay, here we are with the final scene of Act 1, Scene 3, which is a scene that takes place in a stormy night of a lot of different odd things going on. This is a tradition that this night actually happened. I guess you can say some of these things are historical facts. So one of the things that is common in a lot of Shakespearean plays is that when the human society is out of joint or something is out of balance, that all of nature kind of mirrors that. So there's this terrific storm, all this lightning and fire coming down from the heavens is what they call it. They see a lion in the streets in all this lightning, and there's a man on fire, and different scenes. You talk about a slave whose hand is on fire. Out there, they see ghosts. Well, better ghosts than that. Not really those kind of ghosts. Maybe, yeah, these kind of ghosts, right? The graves yield up their dead, and then they have ghosts flying around. And one of the scariest things of all is they have an owl in the daytime. Oh my God, terrifying. So yeah, that would have freaked out our Roman characters to see, all these different things at one night, and it portends that a disaster is going to happen. And we hear about these things because Cassius and Cicero and Casca all meet in the street, and they're exchanging news about the things that are going on this night. This is maybe several hours after the scene before, right? So throughout this, Cassius in this conversation, he draws out things from Casca about how he feels about Caesar, kind of similarly to the way he was trying to do to Brutus. And throughout of it, he basically comes to, to reveal that these other guys, Decius Brutus, Trebonus, Cinna, Metellus Cimber, these guys are already getting together to do something about the problem of Caesar. And what he's trying to do is draw in Casca into this group of guys and try to get a resolution with Caesar's power growing so strong. And he says, basically, I'll kill myself before I allow myself to lose this democracy and become a servant or slave of Caesar's, right? So basically, he gets Casca to agree to be a part of the group of guys that later are going to conspire against Caesar, and they shake hands on it. And he basically reveals that they're going to Pompey's porch, and at that place they're going to have this meeting. And basically he gives a letter to Casca Cinna to leave at Pompey's porch. So basically what he can do is leave it just like the letters he talked about in the last act for Brutus to find. And when Brutus finds it, it will he's going to put it by old Brutus's statue, this allusion that we've had to this other historical Brutus. So it's going to have more weight that he finds it there, and he's finally going to try to get Brutus on his side. And he says, he's 3 parts of him is ours already. The man entire upon our next encounter yields him ours. So we'll get him on our side. And Cinna sees this reasoning, and he says, he sits high in the people's hearts. What would appear offense in us, his countenance, like the richest alchemy, will change to virtue and to worthiness. So basically, alchemy is the science of changing any substance into gold, right? So what they would do that other people would be angry about, if Brutus is involved, like an alchemist, like the philosopher's stone, he'll transmute those acts into pure gold, and people will agree with it, and people will side with them. So he decides that that's, going to be his plan, and they're going to try to get Brutus to finally come into the fold and act with them against Caesar.